All right, hello, welcome. Okay, now still learning how to use our Excel. Okay, so let's look at what kind of data can we work with in Excel, or what form of data can we enter into our spreadsheets in Excel. All right, good. There are so what I'm going to do is there are three or four basic types of data you can enter into Excel. Okay, so you can enter text into Excel. Text. Okay, so I can enter text in alphabet. Okay, so I can do this text. So I can enter any text I want in Excel. Okay, so that's text. Okay, I can enter numbers too. Excel allows you to enter numbers. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I can enter numbers into my Excel sheet. Okay, I can enter formulas. Okay, so we still look at formulas in a separate video. In fact, formulas is part of the core of what I've come to learn in this class. So I can enter formulas. So if I want to enter any formula, I'll just do equals to, okay, maybe sum of uh this to this. Okay, then close it, then just do your enter key. All right, so I can enter formulas. Well, we'll still look at how to do different formula: if, count, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and one or two other formulas like that in a different video tutorial. All right, so I can enter what? I can enter formulas. Okay, I can enter a combination of my text and my number. So if I want to do TR456, I can actually enter that in TR456. Okay, so that's how to enter that into my what? My Excel sheet. Okay, so I can enter date. It also allows you to enter a date format. So maybe I want to enter a particular range of figures, and maybe, okay, let's say I want to enter sales for the month of July. So I can do 1st of July, that's 1/7. Okay, 2024. Excel allows me to do that, so I can enter date into my what? My Excel sheet too. Okay, I can also enter time. Let's want to enter 8:30 8:30 p.m. Okay, so I can do that too. I can enter my time into my what? My Excel sheet. Okay, so I can enter time into Excel sheet. Okay, so those are the basic forms of data we can actually enter into our what? Excel. So text, numbers. You can enter a combination of text and numbers. You can do date, you can do time, you can do percentage. Okay, so we can do a lot, but I don't want to spend so much time on this because we are still going to start working with a lot of data. So you see how we actually work more with data. But before we move on, let me also add some things. You can also uh get other data in. Now let's go to this top button. So where we go to insert, so you can insert one, you can insert a table. Okay, you can insert forms. Okay, I said, although that's beyond the basic class, you can actually insert forms, but we'll do that in the advanced class. Okay, then you can insert pictures. Okay, so pictures, Excel actually allows you to get pictures into your what? Your Excel sheet. So now I'm going to do a very practical example now. Let's say I want to insert picture. Now you have two options for inserting picture. You can insert picture and place it in a cell. That means you want the picture to just be in a particular cell. Then you can place the picture over what? Over cells. That means you want it to appear as an image in your what? Excel sheet. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is let's do the place in cell. So I'll just insert picture from this what? My device. I have some pictures here. So now let's say, okay, let me see. Okay, let me see if I have any picture I can insert here. All right, so let's just do, for learning sake, let me just do one of these kind documents I have here. So I'll just click open. It's uploading. Great, 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 great. Okay, let's just give it some seconds. It's going to put the picture there. Okay, all right, still loading. Okay, just that I don't really have so much. Okay, I think I should have some pictures here. I kind of want to put a normal maybe picture, a passport. So imagine you're entering data about people and you want their pictures to be there. You can actually do that on your what? On your Excel sheet. Okay. Why this is taking long is because is the file I was putting was more of what? Was more of its kind. So you have more things there. That's why it's taking this long. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Just have to wait till it finishes. Okay. All right. All right. So let me try it again. That one took too long. So let's do something simpler. So insert picture. I want to place the picture in a cell, so I'll just insert from this device. Okay, so I have some pictures here, so let's just pick this WhatsApp image and let's insert. Okay, so we're good to go. So let's see. Still loading. Okay, so you can see the image here, that you can see the picture here. So that's how to do that. So if I want to put their passport photographs, let's say I want to fill information about particular sets of people, I can actually do that in my what Excel sheet by doing that. Okay, so you can insert picture too, you can insert shapes too. Okay, so see, you have different shapes in your what in your Excel sheet. So you can do any, you can insert a text box, you can insert rectangle. See, you have a lot of shapes. Okay, can you see, you even have equation shapes, you have flow charts, you have stars and banners, you have call outs. So you have a lot that you can insert in. Okay, then you can also insert a check box. What's a check box? Maybe you want to do a list and you want to be ticking, so let's just do one. So this is a check box. So now if this has been checked, you see, all right, so let's say I have a particular task I want to give somebody to do. Okay, so I say that raise journals. Okay, raise journals, raise journals. Okay, prepare payroll, prepare payroll. Okay, so these are examples, so I can just put a what a checkbox here. So the ones that has not been done, you can see tick, and then you don't tick. You can also untick it by just clicking on the what on the check box. All right, so that's how that's inserting check box. Okay, then you can also insert charts. Okay, so we'll still do that later. That's another tutorial video on its own, how to use charts in what in Excel. So how to use free graphs, pie charts, and all those other things. Okay, then you can insert a link. Beautiful. So if you want on your Excel sheet, you want people to on your Excel sheet, click on a link and it takes them to a particular website. You can insert a what a link. So I can just put a link. So let's just, I want to put Facebook, so I'll put www.facebook.com, so you can see. So once the person comes here, the person can just click on this link and it takes the person directly to the what to the link you have inserted. So if there's a website, maybe we are our invoice, okay, and it's an Excel format, so we can include our website so that when customers want to actually go, you can just click on it and then it will take them. You can also include link for your email and so many other things there. Link for WhatsApp chats and all can also be inserted into your what your Excel sheet. Okay, so that's how to insert link. Okay, then let me just do how to also use comments. Very important. Although that's more for advanced class, but let's do a bit here now. Now for comments, how does comment work? Comment works in a way that you can, now let's say we're working on this sheet. Okay, and then okay, let's say my subordinate has worked on this sheet, he has now shared it with me and he wants me to review. So in the course of reviewing, I can add my comments or observations on what he has done. So I want to put on this particular date now, so I just put new comment, so you can see that this is me. So I'll just put, what's the comment I want to put there? Incorrect date, check. Incorrect date, please check. Okay, please check. All right, please check what you have done. Okay, please check. Okay, so I'll just, all right, so the comment is already what there. So when you have a comment, you see that you have this very small arrow box here, that's for comment. So if the person that is working on it wants to check what I've done, once he sees this color, you can just come here, click on it, and you can see what you can see my comment. So the person can also reply me that, oh sorry sir, I have actually adjusted and this is the right what figure. So that's the beauty with comment. It makes working in teams actually a lot what easier. So you can have conversations even while you're working on a Excel sheet. So let's say you have a question. Let's say I've shared this sheet with you. You have a question that you want to ask me. Although maybe before the end of the class, we'll do a small sharing of sheet where we'll all work together on a sheet and do some adjustments so you can see how that actually works. Okay, so you can do that. Then the person can also reply me, and so we can have conversations and then check what is actually happening there. Okay, so all right, great. So those are some examples of things that you can actually insert, or data you can insert or get into your what your Excel sheet. Okay, now before we move on, before we look at one or two other things, okay, now let's look at let me just show you this also as an adding or advantage to registering for this course. Although this is not supposed to be part of the basic, but for the sake of learning, let me just show you this. Now Excel makes it simple. You can actually insert data from pictures. Let's say you have a bank statement that you have downloaded, and it's quite much, and it's in PDF format. Now, of course, for the advanced class, they are going to show you ways where you can actually extract information from things like that and get it into Excel. But one of the fastest way you can also do it, do you get? Although you still have to clean up the data, but makes work very easy, is that you can actually insert data from a what, from a picture. But most times for Excel, it's better if the picture or the data is in a table format. That way Excel can accurately capture the data as much as possible, and then you can now start working on the data. All right, now, so let's say I want to insert data from picture. Now let me show you how to do that as a what, as a bonus for also being part of this training or this class. All right, so let's go. So you just go to your data here, okay, in this your tab, your data. Okay, so you come to data from picture. You can see that I have data from picture here. Click on data from picture. Okay, so let's go. So data from picture. So let me just come here. Okay, all right, let me go to my gallery. Okay, so now I have some data I've scanned in this particular what, information. So I'll just pick one. Let me see one that looks like it's in a table format. You can see that this is looking like it's in a table format. You might not see it well, but I can see clearly from my system. Okay, so I'll just click open. Okay, all right, so to bring an interface now. All right, see, it's analyzing and trying to get the data from my picture, trying to get as much information as possible from the word, from the data. Please make sure that whatever data you are capturing, please, it has to be as clear as possible so that Excel can actually be able to get most of those information and get it well. Then you have to crop the image, make it as close and as precise as possible. That's how to get the best from the picture. Okay. Oh, okay, there's an error. Let me try it again. Okay, all right, so let's do it again. Okay, data from picture. All right, so let's see all right, let's do one that is not so no, let me not do this. Which one should I do? Okay, let me do this. All right, okay, open. Let's try it again. Okay, all right, so what our advice is that as part of your classwork or assignment to also learn this, please get a small sheet of paper, do a small table, write whatever figure you want to write on it. Please make it as legible and as bold and as clear as possible. Snap it with your phone. Please make sure it's clear. Then put it on your system, or even if you want to, you're using your phone for learning for this class, you can put it on your phone too. And then come to this place and try and extract or insert the data from the picture so that you can practice and know how this is done. So most times if I have a lot of bank statements, I've been given hard copies of my bank statement. Although there are other apps that you can use for this, but this is actually a good way, and you don't have to, do you understand? This can actually work too in some cases where you can just get the data from the picture, and from there you can actually start working on editing the data and then using it on your what, Excel sheet. Okay, so it's still doing that, it's still all right, trying to analyze our image or data. Okay, so let's see if it will get it right this time. Okay, it's not the first time. I don't know why it's uh taking this longer. It's doing, maybe it's the picture I'm using, but because of time, I don't want to go and be writing. And but please ensure that you do that and practice this and ensure that you actually get it. Okay. All right. So while we're still waiting for the data to be analyzed and imported into or put in Excel sheets, let's still look at other things while we're waiting for that. So please, that can be done and you can still work with your sheet. You understand? So you can be doing that by the side and then you're still working on other things. So now let's look at how do we actually edit or do one or two things with whatever data we enter, so that after this I know we can start going into okay, formatting, formulas. I just want us to get some of these very basic things so that when we start working more on okay, creating things, working on formulas, how to get and analyze information in your Excel sheet, you understand, because you now have this foundational or basic knowledge about some of these things. So when I do them, it doesn't look so strange to us. All right, no problem. So now let's go. So now let's look at this now. Please, under your home page you can see some things here. So let's go here. You can change the font if you don't like this font or there's a particular font that you want to use. So you can change the font here. You can see that it's changing the font, giving me different ones. So let's say I want to use Arial Black, so you can change the font here. You can choose whatever font you want here. Okay, then if I want to change everything, I'll just highlight all the cells, and I've told us how to do that. To do shift on your keyboard and use your arrow key or arrow buttons to what, to navigate how much cells you actually want to change. Okay, that can work. You can also, after that, you can also use your mouse. Okay, that's a bit faster. Okay, so you see I can just drag and use to highlight whatever I want to highlight. Okay, so that means I can change my font, so you can see that. Okay, then I can change the size of my font too. All right, so you can put the size here. If I want 14, I can put it at 14. For the size of my font too, I can actually enter what I want. If I want 7.5, I can do that too. All right, so you can see. Okay, so I can change that. Okay, let's say I want it to be 8. Okay, so I can put 8 there. So put whatever you want there. Okay, so that can work. Okay, then if I want the fonts to be bold, this one I want it to be bold, you can see. All right, or I don't want it to be in bold form, I can do that. Okay, next we are going to go with what we call borders. Okay, so what are borders? Borders are like, okay, let me just give you an example for you to understand. So let's just put all borders. So you can see that it has put it in like small, it has highlighted it just like a small table from there. So that's what we call what? Your border. So you can put what? You can put borders in your what? In your, okay, so for borders too, well, let me just quickly show us. There are different types of border. You can put just what? Bottom. Okay, so let me highlight the cells again. Okay, all right, so you can put, okay, all right, so if I just want the bottom border, I can put here. If I want just outside borders, okay, sorry, I've not highlighted it. All right, so please, okay, so if I want just outside borders, you can do that. Okay, so you can pick whatever you want here. Even if I want it to be like this, I can do that. Okay, then you can also draw your border too. So if you want border, you can do this. So I want the borders to be here, so I can do that. You can see that it has created like a border. That means like put it in a particular range, so it highlights the picture and makes it better. We'll still work with the border as we move on. Okay, so then you can also erase border too. So if I want to erase, so I can just do this. I don't want this border safe, so that's it. So I can also do this, all these borders. So you see, very fast. That's like your eraser. So you can actually do that for your what? Your border. So that makes it fast. You can just erase very fast. That way you can actually work. So if you don't want your border in a particular place, you can just remove the edge of a particular border, and that makes the work beautiful. Okay, so still on borders, let's look at one or two other things. Okay, uh then you can draw border grid. So if you want it to be in a grid form, look at it. You know that one was just a straight line, but if I want it in a grid form, I can actually do that too. So this is how to do that. Okay, so let's look at other things you can do there. Then you can change the colors of your border. Okay, so you can change it. Let's say I want it in this color. So all right, you can see it's in a different color now. So you can adjust the color, play around with the colors of your border. Okay, let's move on. Okay, then border color, then style, how you want your borders to be. So you can do this, you can do solid line, you can do just dashed line. Okay, so if I want a dashed line, see, you can see that it's in dash format. Okay, so those are styles for border. So you can practice and work with this. You can do double two, double underline, then you have more border styles if you want to do more with your word borders. But as we go on in the course, we'll still be using some of these things, and you see how we use it in what, when we're working with data. Then let's look at fill color. What is fill color? If I want this, okay, let me just stay on border. Okay, all right, so no border, I've removed that. So if you don't want that you are drawing, you just come back to no border. Do you understand? It will remove that, so you can now work with your mouse. Okay, so now let's go back. So let's look at fill color. What is fill color? If I want this particular cell, I want that cell to be colored in a particular, so let's see, you can see if I want it in orange color, you can see it's in orange color. That's what you call fill color. So that particular cell, the color you want the cell to be in is called your what? Your fill color. So if I want all these one to be in, okay, probably blue, all right, so I can just do that. You can see, so, and I want this white. You can make your Excel look very interactive and very nice. Instead of just having white and black, you can work with colors, do some things. Maybe you want your sales to be in blue color, you want your profit to be in red color, whatever. That's up to how you actually want your sheet to look like and how you want the design to be. Okay, so great, that's that. Then I can also do, there's what you call my font color. Okay, so what's my font color? The text itself, or whatever I've put in my Excel, the color I want it to be. So I can actually put it in green. Okay, that's not so clear or so obvious. Let's put something very obvious. Let me put it in red. So you can see that the text has changed to what? Red color. So you can actually work with this for getting your what? Your color. So you see you have different colors here. Okay, then more font options. You can also do more with this if you want to underline, strike through, and all those other things. Okay, then this is what my alignment. Well, how do I want the text to be? If I want it to be left, so you can see if I want it to be in the left indent, I can do that. I want the text to go to the left side. I can also centralize the text. I want it to be in central. Okay, let's just do this. Okay, so let's do pick this one. Number is not so much. Okay, so you can see I can centralize. I can put it in my left indent, put in my right indent. Okay, all right, so I can do that. I can increase the indent, decrease the indent, and all those other things. Okay, then let's look at wrapping text. Okay, so I'm coming. Let me just write something to demonstrate that. Okay, so now you can see that what I've written is more than a text. You can see that it is into 2 or 3 texts. Okay, all right, so let's say that I'm coming. Sorry, let me just do this. Okay, so now, okay, so wrapping text means that now you saw what happened before. Now you see that the text was all over the different cells because it was more than one cell. Now, if I just want the text in a cell, I can do my what? My wrap text. That means I want the text to just appear in what? In just one cell instead of being spread all over. Let me undo it. You can see the difference now. You can see that if I do it like this, see the way my cells are all over the world, all over the place. But if I want to change that, I just want the cell to be in that particular cell. I don't want it to spill into other cells. What do? I'll just wrap my text. You see, so wrapping is like putting it in just one cell or making it like this is the boundary. You can't pass this boundary. So no matter how much the text is, it's still going to be in this what? In just this what? This particular cell. So that's what you mean by wrapping your what? Your text. Okay, so merge and center, we'll still look at that as we move on. So basically that's how to work with what? Your data. Some very basic things you can do with our data in what? Excel. So please, what I want you to do is all these things I've done, please practice to go and immediately, like as you're watching this video, so you don't forget, go and try those things to enter those things, try out everything I've actually tried out so that you can actually understand how it is done. Because once we get down into the very technical part of the tutorials, I'm not going to be explaining. So that's why I'm taking my time to actually get to a very good foundational basis. So it's not like I'm doing magic when we start doing some things, adjusting some things, when we do more complex things with our what? Our Excel. All right, great. So now for data from the picture, I don't know if it's network because I've done it severally. I don't know why it's taking this long. It's supposed to have done, but please, it's supposed to have been done by now. So, but please, what I want you to do is this practice. I'm going to ask on the group, please get a small sheet of paper. You don't have to get such complex data. I just want to see how it works. And just do a small table, whatever table. It can just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make it as legible as possible. Snap with a very clear phone or a very clear camera. Make sure that it's legible. Then put it on your system or on your phone and try and what? Insert the data from the picture. It works. I don't know why it's taking this long. All right. Thank you very much.